So my name is David Nahern. I'm coming from France, from Dassault Systems, and my role in the company is to lead an innovation lab around immersive virtuality. Well, Dassault Systems is about providing our users and customers the capacity to create new products, basically, the kind of products that we can see at CES, for instance. They're coming from a lot of done with our software. And at the beginning of the design phase of a product, you have the ideation phase. This is when you start to think of what should be the product and how it fits your emotional motivation, basically. So we've thought that we could apply VR to that kind of domain. And you have to understand also that VR is not a new domain for us. And personally, I've been doing VR for 20 years. And so far, people has been using very expensive immersive rooms like caves. And that was a showstopper for much more broader adoption. Now that we have those headsets, we can imagine to provide solutions and experiences to a much broader audience. So even consumers, anyone, individuals, artists, designers, engineers, and we have been developing with a lot of labs a kind of virtual model of the heart to enable to find out new therapies and actually take a real patient who has a problem with the heart, scan it, put it in the silicon world, find a solution to cure it, like add a valve, a suture, something, I don't know, and simulate how the blood and the muscular activity is. And if it works in the virtual world, then you can think to do it in the real world. So you simulate everything in the virtual world, and then you can do it in the real world. We used to say that we make virtual twins of the real world. They get virtual. In the virtual world, you can simulate the heart, you can simulate a city, you can simulate a factory, whatever, your home, and you do things in virtual. And when you find out what you need, you apply this in the real world. So you save time and you become more creative. And VR is about using this 3D in the most natural and vivid way, where you do have all the insights that you would have if the things was real, because you can see it from all the perspective and at the good scale. So your imagination is like if you were already in a real situation. The hardware we use is the HTC Vive, which is now a very good partner of us. And we developed the software on top of it. And one of the very original part of the software that we designed is the capacity to use consumer scanners, which are Microsoft Kinect actually, to digitize the user's body, so that at the beginning of our experience, the user can actually see himself within the virtual world and see other people potentially that could be colleagues, friends, or whatever, and get a sense of mixed reality that way. And once the user is familiar with what he's having as an experience, we press countdown so he can freeze in the air in the posture he wants. To be able to sketch on top of that, and that is the context of the drawing, the starting point. Enough a few years to wait until this gets industrialized and be ready to download on a software online, even play directly on a web page and get the result online directly so that other people can experiment it, which is what we already do by making a small movie of the results and share it on the social networks. So we already have that idea in mind, that sharing the idea is something that makes the idea bigger, amplified by the comments, potentially. We're going to see how it turns. But I believe that in a year or two, anyone will have this at home and will be able to just do that. We as a company serving industries who manufacture products, I think that having the very customers be part of the design of the products is something we'll definitely look for. So the first level of that is configuration, customization. Think of a car, it's obvious, but a car has lots of options and variants. We can definitely imagine that in this economy that we're living, the 3D experience economy, people will eventually design their own car based on engineering constraints, obviously, but they will have the freedom to customize things themselves more and more and have things personalized. And we're here in the middle of the 3D printing area, and it's not by chance actually, because this additive manufacturing changes the way people are going to design things, because it will not cost more to manufacture something which is custom. You don't need to have these molds that are done and everything is the same shape. Now everything can be done on the fly and can be all different. So we're going from exactly we go from mass production to mass customization, and that will change the way people. I mean, we will be more and more actors of what we purchase, and I think it is good for the customers, for everyone. We have a solution called Home by Me, which allows anyone online or with an app to put furniture and customize his apartment, and even an apartment that they will be purchasing later, but they can have the feeling of what it's going to be. And we're working also with HTC Vive and a partner to see how we can put this in the store in the very future.